Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Miguel Don channel. I took a little bit of time off because, I started cooking some things that will be uploaded later this week. But you all saw Monday Night Raw. John Cena, the never seen 17, has finally become a Grand Slam champion. He won the coveted IC belt. I actually have it right fucking there, bro. John Cena didn't beat me for it, bro. So technically, I'm still the IC champ, bro. It's right there. So with this tournament going on about John Cena's final opponent, I wanted to make a little bit of a list of who I think is potentially going to be Cena's last match and see if I get it right. Because, that always feels good. But, anyway, let's get into the list. The first one I have up is Gunther, the ring general. He's already been rumored since, May? August? Something around that, like that summer area. He was already had to have been rumored to be Cena's last opponent, and everyone was like, no, not Gunther, whatever. But I think with Cena winning the IC title, it kind of makes it more possible. Because as you can see in the picture I have up on the slideshow, Gunther has had the IC title before, and he actually has the longest title reign for the IC belt. So it would make sense for Gunther to possibly beat him or Cena to beat him for his last match. I can honestly see it going either way. Gunther being the guy who's going to stick around longer, beating Cena would help him a lot. And then also he would have the IC belt, which he's already had a history with. So he'll be a two-time Intercontinental Champion. But if Cena does beat him, I could see that making sense too. Because Punk had this weird match with Gunther at SummerSlam that really made no sense. Where for some reason Punk was like a Cena type underdog, just getting destroyed for most of the match, and then out of nowhere beating Gunther. That didn't work. It works for Cena, but not Punk. I feel like Punk has never been in that situation before. He's always kind of brought it to them and is capable of holding his own with technical grappling and stuff, which Gunther kind of does. So it didn't make sense for Punk, but it makes a lot more sense for Cena to overcome that obstacle. But yeah, first one on the list, Gunther. This kind of a cop-out because it's already been rumored, but I could see it being possible, and I see two possible outcomes for that. Just saying, this list is a bit more objective, like realistic, than it is subjective fantasy booking. But anyway, next up we have the Great White Sheamus. I put possible Grand Slam in the notes because Cena became a Grand Slam champion, and Sheamus has been trying to become a Grand Slam champion. He was fighting Gunther during his longest IC title reign. Never quite got it. He had banger matches with Gunther. Sheamus, just make him a Grand Slam, bro. I don't think Sheamus has much left in the tank, similar to Cena. So it would be a cool moment. Like, hey, I just became a Grand Slam champion. Here, now you're a Grand Slam champion. I think it would be cool. And they've had a history from, way back in like 2012, 2013. Yeah, they've had like feuds before, and Sheamus has been around for a while. He's butted heads with Cena a few times. So it would make sense to have Sheamus be his last match and potentially win, making him a Grand Slam champion, and because of his history with Cena, and also because of his history with the IC belt with the whole Gunther feuds. But anyway, next up, if I remember correctly, this seems realistic, but I don't know if I'm entirely behind it. And that is Rusev. As you can see, it says history with Cena and the IC belt. He recently fought Dom twice or so. Lost to some dirty tactics. That darn dirty Dom, You know how it'd be with dirty Dom. But he tried getting the IC belt recently, lost to dirty Dom. And he's had that history with Cena way back. WrestleMania 31, he had that United States Championship match with Cena. He rolled in on a tank. He may have fucked Lana in the tank. But yeah, Cena was representing us Americans, bro. And then he beat Rusev for the United States belt. And then that's what kind of kicked off the open challenge, if I'm not mistaken. So it would be fitting. I'm not entirely sure if the fans would get behind it. I'm not even really behind it. Maybe like a feud before his last match, but I don't think Cena's going to have much more appearances left before that final match. And Rusev's already in the tournament, so it seems like it's potentially likely, but I don't think so. I'm not really behind it. I could understand it if you made it, but I wouldn't want to see Rusev win. Be like, oh, you got me at WrestleMania 31, now I got you now. I mean, I don't know. I don't really fuck with it, but it is what it is. This is a possibility. Will I be mad about it? Not really. I just wouldn't be hyped for it. So I like Rusev. I'm not a hater. If it happens, it happens. I'm not going to complain about it, but that wouldn't be my choice. I'm more of the Sheamus type. But next up, if I remember correctly, we still have some to be determined and special guests. So this will be my first to be determined, and it is Finn Balor, my boy Finn Balor, bro. As you can see by the note, he desperately needs a solo run. I'm tired of this Judgment Day shit. I'm tired of this tag team Finn Balor, bro. They were like hinting towards a feud with Dom. That never happened. He won the tag titles. He was having some funny moments with the Judgment Day. Now, I don't even know. He lost the titles, and I don't even know what's going on anymore with Finn Balor, bro. Just remove the Judgment Day, let Finn. That would be heat. Seeing Finn Balor, maybe bring the Demon back, and have him put away Cena. Because I feel like normal Finn Balor beating Cena, that would be cool. Sure, us Finn Balor fans would be like, fuck yeah, that's the boy. But it would also be kind of cool because Cena has had a history with supernatural characters. He had that quick squash match with The Undertaker. He's been very crucial to Bray Wyatt's character and development, and through his rivalry with him, with The Fiend, and at WrestleMania 30, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken. So they've been kind of like, he's kind of been intertwined with the supernatural, which is weird because it's just Cena in a baseball cap and jorts, and it's just weird that he has this like supernatural feel. Chemistry with the supernatural characters. So it would be cool. We haven't seen the Demon in a while. Bring back the Demon. He's the only one capable of putting away Super Cena. That you could spin it like that into a storyline. And realistically, I only put him here because Finn Balor just give him that solo run, bro. I'm so tired of this corny, stupid, I can only win tag titles fucking Finn Balor. He is a good solo wrestler. Just let him do solo stuff, and we're chilling. But anyway, the next one up, and the last one, after the last one, I do just want to talk about potential fantasy matchups. That would be more on the subjective side, like I said, fantasy matchups. Not like objective and possibly realistic. So the last realistic one, some people may not fuck with it, but I feel like it's right in Cena's ballpark, and that is the ruler Obafemi. He recently lost his NXT title to Ricky Saints, and Cena has kind of had this history with these world beater, dominant, powerful beast of characters, like with Brock Lesnar. So it would make sense because I feel like WWE was trying to hype up Obafemi as like the Brock Lesnar of that dominant force of NXT. And if Cena does want to put over the younger talent, I think Obafemi is a perfect choice. And it would be cool. Obafemi shows up, retires John Cena, and wins the IC title, his first match on the main roster. That'd be badass. That'd be fucking amazing. But is Obafemi deserving of wrestling Cena for his last match? No. I would say no. It would make sense, and it would fit with John Cena trying to put over younger talent, because he just wrestled Dom. He may have beat Dom, but Dom looked pretty good in that match. But I don't know if Oba is deserving of retiring John Cena, because then that would live forever, you know? Would it be a cool match? Yeah, I'd definitely love to see it, but probably not for Cena's last match. If it happened, I wouldn't be upset about it. Like the Rusev thing, I wouldn't be hyped for the Rusev match. I would decently be hyped for this if they're like, announce that Obafemi's gonna fight Cena on his last match for the IC title. I'll be like, you know what, fuck it. I'm here for it. Set up Obafemi as this unstoppable force, and then Brock Lesnar just recently beat Cena like a month or two ago, and why not put those two up together for the IC title? That would be cool. I'd like to see that. I'd fuck with that. But like I said, I think the one that I want the most and the most realistic is probably Sheamus, and I think that would be cool. I think the fans will be cool with it, making Sheamus Grand Slam. We've been wanting Sheamus to be a Grand Slam champion since he was feuding with Gunther. Cena just became one, so it kind of revives that hype for Sheamus to become one too. And they've had a history for a while. They've been veterans in this game, so that makes sense. I think that one is the most realistic. And I think everyone could get behind that. Now, we're done with the slideshow. I want to address the Edge rumors. People have been clamoring, like, let's make Edge the final match. That's not realistic. If it was realistic, it'd probably be my pick, because I love Edge. He's been one of my favorite wrestlers for a while, and he has that history with Cena. Out of all these on the list, I think I would want Edge over all of them. But like I said, it's not realistic. That's fantasy booking. I'm not going to try to brainwash or gaslight myself into thinking Edge is going to come back and be Cena's last match. Because it does say special, like, surprise wrestler. I think it would make more sense for it to be Obafemi, because it says WWE and NXT, like SmackDown, Raw, NXT, wrestlers are in the tournament. And we already have Javon Evans confirmed to fight Gunther. Sorry, Javon, you're going to get killed. But it would make sense for Obafemi to be the special one, and then the other to be determined to be just Raw, SmackDown guys. But would it be cool to be Edge? Yes, that'd be like best case scenario in the history of this retirement tour. But it's not going to happen. So I'm not going to try to gaslight myself into thinking it'll happen and just set myself up for disappointment. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. That's all I have for this video. Let me know who you guys think is probably going to be Cena's last match. I mean, if you think it's Edge, go for it, dude. I'm not going to shit on you or hate on you for thinking it's Edge. I want it to be Edge too. But I'm just saying, it's probably not going to happen. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, do whatever the fuck you want. And have a great rest of your day.